Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to Amy's Garage. I know you guys were probably expecting Jessie this morning, but you got me instead. I figured that it was time that I reveal how I really feel about Jessie's obsession. You really want to know? Let's talk. So here we go.
Whoa,
Here he comes.
whoa. What are you doing, babe?
I'm just recording a video because I want people to know how I really
Whoa,
feel
whoa,
about
whoa, whoa.
all of this.
Well, first of all, where'd you get that shirt? What are you doing with my microphone? And why are you recording a video?
Because I can. Why not?
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just talking about your obsession and this mess that you got going on here. People want to know, don't they? They want to know how I feel.
Nah, I think you probably don't need to know that part. So
They want to know.
let's cut right here. I had no idea she was recording this, so we gotta stop. So sorry. Okay, so we're back. I'm kind of at a loss of words. I don't even know what to say here. So, after an hour later, we're sitting here talking now, and so I think we're on the same page. Hopefully, you can hear me. She's got the mic over there on her side, so we'll see how this all sounds on the end. Thank you very much for that. So she has some thoughts. She's going to give you her thoughts about this whole Jesse's Garage and what we're doing around here, probably towards the end of the comments. So we're going to tackle that first, and then after that, we got a couple other things in store for you. But let's get the comments out of the way, and Amy can give you her thoughts, and then I can show you around. And because I think that's another comment that's coming up. All right, sweetheart, my love, my gorgeous. All right, so we pulled up the comments. Maybe you can read them, and then I can try to give you my best answer. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want me to ask you these questions?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the first tool you bought? And if so, what was it? And do you have any specific memories with it?
All right, so this comment is coming from T. Dougie Fresh 1506. So there you go. So the very first tool I bought, I don't think I have that very first tool that I bought, but I remember when we got married, we were at Sears actually, and it was on a Black Friday scenario, and I was standing in line, and they had those little boxes with different tools. Well, one of them was a little 1/4 inch, just like you see here, little 1/4 inch ratchet. Now this isn't the one, but this little 1/4 inch ratchet with a bunch of sockets. So I bought that. I also bought, I think I bought three things: some wrenches, and I may have bought the bigger version of this. But I remember specifically, and this has been, how long have we been married now? 35 years?
Yes, that is right.
We've been married 35 years. Can you believe that? And this is our first year anniversary on Jesse's Garage. Or at least it's mine. I don't know if she agrees with it. But anyways, so 35 years ago, I believe it was like on sale for like $9.95 or $14.95, something like that. But anyways, it came in this little plastic gray case, and it had this little 1/4 inch ratchet with a bunch of sockets. And the other stuff was similarly priced. But anyways, that's the first tool that I remember that I ever bought when we got married.
I don't remember that. I don't remember you ever going to Black Friday shopping with me.
Well, I didn't go with you. I went by
Oh,
myself.
okay. Okay. So I was going to say, I don't even know. Was even Black Friday a thing back then? You probably just bought it because of this, because this is what I remember about tools. In our first 1 year anniversary, a friend of ours bought Jessie a circular saw. What brand was it?
It was skill.
Skill, that sounds about right. I remember that. I remember that first tool was memorable for me, that one of the first tools we owned. And then over the course of the years that we've been married, I do know that every single project that we've ever done on our house, the reward was he got a new tool.
Well,
I
mean,
kid
that's
you
fair,
not.
right?
Down to this day, I kid you not. Now, these days, I think he's allergic to tools. He gets itchy or something if he's actually got to put it to work. But this tool
That's
obsession
wrong.
thing, I think I remember it as some crunchy old weird shaped wrench thing that he bought last year at the 100 Mile garage sale. And I feel like that's what started this whole Jesse's garage tool thing. Anyway, that's what I remember about tools, if you want to know my version of tools.
Well,
So
first of all, I don't like the way the whole question and answer thing is going. That's just kind of wrong. You're just
you
like,
asked me to be here. So you want me to interview you. So here you
all
go.
right, I
Here you
get it.
go.
It comes with the territory. So
All
there you
right.
go, T. Dougie Fresh.
Okay.
And so
So
there you go.
you just want questions?
Yep.
Okay. So this is from Andy M.
Andy M. Yep.
Okay. It says here, do you think Boss Hogg on the Dukes of Hazzard was embezzling the money the feds gave the county to pave all the dirt roads? Those wild and wacky Duke boys were always driving on dirt roads.
Well,
Is that a question?
I don't know that that's a question, Andy M., but that does sound like you. When I watch your videos, you're just crazy like that. So I don't know what to say about that. Well, what does it say about Dukes of Hazzard? Because I used to watch Dukes of Hazzard, by the way, and so
Did Boss Hogg steal all the money to pave the dirt
oh
roads?
yes, did he steal all the money to?
That the county gave him to pave all the dirt roads. Maybe that's why we live on a dirt road.
Yeah, I just don't do the fishtail thing, and I don't have the car. But I used to watch that show religiously. I love the Dukes of Hazzard. But anyways, all right, let's go on to the next one here.
Okay, this is Steve Mitchell 4215. What was the rarest tool that you've come across?
The rarest tool that I've come across. Wow, Steve, that's a really great question. I think probably I have some pliers. I didn't think about looking at these questions beforehand, but I have some pliers in my drawer right in here. The camera's in the way. That date back to 1800 and some odd. And so those are really cool pliers. I put them on the show before. I'll see if I can find that in a video and maybe display it. But that's probably the oldest tool that I've been able to find. Now, one of the unicorns that I've been looking for, actually, I just found it literally within the last week or two. And so, but that's going to come up at the end of the video. And so I thought I'd display that. But anyways, so there's two ends of the spectrum. The oldest, and that's probably one of the rarest that I've been able to run across. And so, again, I'll see if I can find a picture of that. It dates back to 1800 and something on that one.
And just as his disclosure, he's probably told me all this stuff. I don't remember. It's just more tool talk that goes in, out. So, okay. So
have you ever noticed that whenever we're not talking to you about tools, you just zone out?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of
Anyway,
ridiculous.
Let's go on to the next question. They don't
Okay.
need to see us go through all of this.
Hey, this is real. So this is this is Tall Gamer 111. What are some tools you want in your collection that you've had no luck finding?
That's a really good question.
There's so many. There's so many. I'm sorry.
So there's a couple that come to mind right off the top of my head. I'm a big fan of those snap-on flat handles, those older ones like that. Well, Milwaukee they made some that said Milwaukee on them. And I have not been able to find any of those. And so that just drives me nuts. And so zero I run across. Some of the older snap-on flat handles with the little pin selector switch, not been able to find one of those. Let's see, BigFoot, actually, he was at Jacktown, I think it was. I think that's where I remember him finding this one. But the 3/4 inch ratchet, and it's called Hercules. Would love to find one of those. But those are probably some of the ones that are on the top of my list. Oh, the old Craftsman C97, C98. Man, I would kill for one of those. And so, not literally, but you know what I mean. And so, but those are probably on the top of my list right about now. Oh, one more thing. Blackhawk. And so I know David at West Highland Shop, you do a lot of Blackhawk. One thing I don't know if you have even, but the old Blackhawk Baldy ratchets. I've never seen one of those in person, and I would love to find one of those.
Whatever.
Babe,
So,
you're supposed to like be excited for me.
okay. This gentleman, troublemaking pups 5787. He wants to know if I don't even know what this is. If you're going to put a Indestro style keychain wrench on your merch store.
Well, first of all, I don't have a merch store, although maybe I should have a merch store, especially since she stole a shirt. So that's not right. And so, but anyways, it's so funny that you asked that question. Our TV just turned off. Sorry about that. But it's so funny that you asked that question because when I found that plum keychain screwdriver, I got online. I remember I was at Cracker Barrel in Texas this last weekend with our family because my niece was getting married. And I was looking up little keychains that I could put Jesse's Garage on it. And so I couldn't find that exact style. I found some that are similar. But yes, I would love to do something like that. And so you never know. It might be coming around the bend here in 2026.
I'm learning so much.
You know what? My gears get to turning, sweetie. And man, I'm brainstorming all the time.
Okay. Do you need to fix your TV?
No,
No.
it's just going to
Okay.
go off again. So we'll just let
Okay.
it be.
So this is Unwired 1281. Okay. He admits this, but this is an awkward one. What's your ancestry, Jesse?
So
He won't do the DNA test, so I don't know. Maybe we don't know really for sure. It's all what his mom and daddy told him, so and that may not be. Who knows?
are you calling my mom and dad a liar?
I'm just saying.
So, my mom and dad are from Texas. They were born in Texas. And so I know that for sure. And then my parents on my mom's side originate from Texas as well. My grandfather, and I forget which one, I'm so sorry. I think my grandfather on my dad's side was born in Texas, but my grandmother was from Mexico. And so we do have some ties to that. And I'm pretty sure about that. I may have that reversed, but I'm pretty sure about that part. And so that's about as far as back as I go, as far as digging into that. It was a great question. I should have looked it up ahead of time. Maybe if I think about it, you know what, your mom was just here. Big ancestry lady. Doggone it, I should have asked her that.
You're from Mexico. You're Mexican.
And incidentally, I was born here in San Antonio, Texas, incidentally. And so or actually not even San Antonio, it was Seguin, Texas, just right outside San Antonio, is where I was born. And so we moved to Michigan. And so when I was just a baby, a few months old, 3 months old, I believe, we stayed up there till I was 12 in Lansing, Michigan. I still have family up there. You guys may have seen that video where I was picking with my cousin over there. And so, but anyways, so we have that. We moved here to Kansas when we were 12, and I met the love of my life, Cruz and Douglas. And if you don't know what that is that was a popular hangout spot in downtown Wichita. I was on my motorcycle. She took one look at me and she says, "Ooh la la." Just the opposite. And I got to tell you, I fell in love with that girl just like that. And she was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I tell you how much in love with her I was. And I still am.
Depends.
I told her I was going to marry her within 2 weeks of when I met her.
Yeah. And I tried to break up with him and it didn't work.
She
So
called me
here
a
I
stalker,
am.
but you know what? That didn't even matter to me.
He's still kind of a stalker. He lied to me. And then he married me.
Babe, cut. All right, what's the next
All
one?
right, let's see.
Man, why you ask that question? See what you got me into? You get me in trouble like that.
This is from Ian Griggs 489. Okay, the impossible question. Pick a favorite tool from each of your major collections. I don't have all day. You're going to be at this for a while. I need to scooch.
You know what? Immediately the answer that comes to my mind is this. I've been doing this YouTube channel for a year now. And I've had so many great experiences, including you, Ian, that you guys have all sent in so many tools to add to the collection. And I got to tell you, my favorite ones are the ones that you guys contributed. Doesn't matter what I bought, doesn't matter how much I spent on it, zero comparison to the kind generosity that you folks have sent in. So my favorite out of every single collection, because literally you guys have added to every single collection I have, my favorites are what you sent in, bar none. I hope that answers your question.
He's kind of sappy at heart. So, all right. Joe Torres 632. He wants to know tips and tricks on your restoration process for tools. Now, is that a whole nother video?
That's a whole nother video. But now I can answer it this way. We are getting ready to do tool hauls in the beginning of the week and do a restoration of one of the tools during the middle of the week. So be looking out for those, because that'll give you my tips and tricks on what I'm doing. So I hope that helps you.
Okay. Well, and he does it at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if there's something to do with all of that, but the man never sleeps. So there you go.
And that could be. Maybe you need to get up early in the morning, just like I do.
At dark 30 and, you know.
But you know why I do it is because, you know what? It's quiet time. It's my relaxation time. And this is my happy spot out here. Even though it's a mess.
I thought I was your happy spot, but okay. All right, fine. It's the garage. So, okay.
You get in trouble with that question too.
Okay, so you may have already answered this one. This is from Rusty_Daves. Just wondering what's your unicorn tool? What has eluded you on your search? I think you kind of already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, probably if I were just to narrow it down to one, I forget which one it is. I think it's the C98. It was that Craftsman ratchet that Snap-on made just that 1 year, I think it was. And I see them all the time, or I see them every once in a while when they pop up on eBay, and they go for $1,500, $2,000 for that one ratchet. The most I ever bid on it, incidentally, because I had a wild hair one time. Do you remember how much that was?
Did you even tell me? I don't know, because I don't know if I want to know.
I think I bid up to $1,000, and I didn't get it. Can you believe that? That's my unicorn.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, see, that's in 1 year, out the other.
See, and it wasn't that I didn't tell her. She just failed to even pay attention to me.
Sometimes you guys just got to understand that there's just too much tool talk, and I'm tired.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go to the next
I've
one.
put up with you a long time, so here we go. Unwired1281 wants to know, I was wondering if you have a Gershner box.
You know what? That's such a great question. I have all kinds of toolboxes, but I do not have that one. I've seen a few at some estate sales, but they've been pretty run down. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting on that right one because I want it to be just as good as I could get it and just close to new or pristine condition as I could possibly get it. But one of these days when I do get it, it'll be on the show. So be on the lookout because I've run across a few of them. They're just not up to par. And now that I've been doing this for a year, I want it to be at a certain level. So yes, I do not have one, but yes, I am on the hunt for one.
He's become discerning. And sometimes cheap. If it's $12, no. If it was $10, yes. So that $2 makes a difference too. So just so you know.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to be conservative here.
All right. Let me see. Let's see. This one is
Failure at retirement.
okay. I don't know why I couldn't read that. The at wasn't getting me. He wants to know if you use your tools in your career.
You know what? A funny story, Failure. When I first told my family I was going to start up a YouTube channel, you know what's so funny is that this young lady, she went through and she goes, why would people ever want to watch you talk about tools? You don't even use them around the house hardly anymore. But you know what? I did that garage tour. You see all the tools that I get. My reward is if I'm going to do a project, I at least can get one new tool. Oftentimes it's two or three, but you know what? At least one. And so I built up quite a collection. Have I ever used tools in like a mechanic setting? No. I've never been a mechanic, never wrenched for a living. My dad did, you guys know that. And so my love for tools really stemmed from helping him work on cars because that's really, we were pretty poor. And so we had to do all our own stuff that way. That's really where the passion and the love comes from. But other than, paint rig, when I first got married, I used to paint houses for a living. And so paint rig, ladders, simple stuff like that.
We still have some of those ladders in the trailer. Still have it.
Anybody need some?
Many years later.
Because they're just sitting there.
He hated painting, by the way. It was his least favorite job ever.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he was grumpy. So let me see on this one. Oh, and by the way, I just have to tell you, I bought him a chop saw so he could finish the trim in the basement. It ain't done. So just so you know.
I'm busy recording videos.
I'm just going to tell you how it really is. My perspective. You wanted me here. This is my perspective. I'm going to throw this too.
I mean, she treated me right. She bought me a cordless Milwaukee 18 volt compound miter chop saw. And so it's a 12-inch. It's pretty nice. But I've been busy, babe.
I know. You've been busy with YouTube. Pretty sure he was intent on the, we had to have one of those big tile saws, not just a little tiny one. Do you know who used it? Me. So I guess I got me a tile saw.
Now, what you guys need to know is that what I love about her is that she's not I didn't marry that wife that just sits in the house. She really is a go-getter. As an example, I went and got my scuba certification with my daughters down in Arkansas. While I was gone, she tore out the whole bathroom.
Not the whole bathroom.
Well, she tore out all the tile on the floor, the tile on the backsplash. She took out the sink. She went through and did wallpapered the whole thing, put the tile back in, got another top. I had to help her with because it was real heavy, put it back on when I got back. She put it in the sink. She did all of it by herself. But
wow. I'm just proud that I wrestled the toilet. That's all I got to say.
And you know what? It was kind of her punishment. She had to do it by herself because, well, you know what? Who tears out a whole bathroom without informing your spouse, by the way?
I didn't take out the bathtub. It's okay.
That's true. She did not take out the bathtub.
It was a mini remodel, so just a mini.
Whatever.
Facelift. Let's see. One Pie Man says, I got a feeling just knowing that I have something in my collection, no matter which collection, when you finally get that one or two, three things that you've been hunting, just knowing you got it. You don't have to see it every day. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I 100% can relate to that because I got to tell you, sometimes when I come out here in the morning, I just open up a drawer just to look at it and it just brings me a smile. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter which drawer it is. I just love the fact that, man, I remember where I was at and I found that bad boy. I 100% can relate to you. That's great.
I'd like to think that maybe I was with you on a few of those hauls,
Yes,
but
you
we'll
were.
see.
Lots of them.
We'll see. I don't know. So Chef Chris 5133 says, how do you decide if something's too crunchy to collect and try to restore?
You know what, Chef Chris, that is such a great question. My thought on the matter is that back in the early days when I first started collecting, so if I had to give any advice to somebody who's just starting off in the collection world, trying to build some sets, it's not a race, it's a journey. And so don't buy everything that you see. These days I pass by so many tools. And so I walk out. Back in the early days, I walked out with a whole big old bag. These days, sometimes I don't walk out with anything, or I walk out with 1, 2, 3, or 4. And so, how do I know? How do I determine whether it's too crunchy? If it looks like it's pitted, no dice. If it looks like it's been hard, it's been wrenched on really hard, where the end of the wrench is flared out or something like that, no dice. I just keep on going. And the reason why, there's always a sale tomorrow. That's the
Well,
reason.
and I'd have to say I go to the estate sales once in a while, and if there ain't nothing in the house for me to look at, I'll come out to the garage and I'll poke around and I show him stuff, and he's like, no, no. I try, but I can't help
And I
much.
appreciate that
Every
about
once
you.
in a while I find something
Yeah, you
interesting.
do.
Once in a while, I don't know. So let me see. Let's see. This is, I don't have my glasses on. Is that Nigel Merrifield 4695?
Yes, Nigel from the UK. Go ahead.
All right. So Jesse, what started you collecting spanners, ratchets, and sockets that are vintage? And how many is too many?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Let me grab it real quick, and I'll tell you the answer to that. Lickety split. Let me not bump you here.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I know what a ratchet is. I don't know what a spanners is.
And so your question is really good. I think I put this out on one of my very first videos, but talk about this little 1/4 inch snap on here. This was my dad's, and so I'll keep that forever. I'll let every single piece of tool go in my garage before I ever sell this. If I had to ever get up and go with my to-go bag, I would only grab this little bad boy right here.
Didn't that one used to hang out on your desk?
It did. This sat on my desk for, I can't even begin how many years to tell you. What do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of years. Anyways, but my dad, this was my dad's, and so he was a mechanic. He had snap-on tools, and so this little bad boy right here. Now you might notice that the gear and the screws are new, because when I got it from him when he passed away, it was stripped out. It was broken. And so I didn't want to fix it, but I finally fixed it, and I'm so happy I did, because that would have been something that he would have done probably. And so, but anyways, this is what got me started. It brings back so many memories of working with my dad out in the driveway, because we were so poor we didn't even have a garage to work in. And so it was basically in the dead of heat, in the dead of winter, we were out in the driveway fixing the car. But that's what got me started. My dad's little 1/4 inch snap-on ratchet.
Okay. And I did something to my phone. I don't know. I messed up the the span of the questions. I exited it and it didn't give me the newest one. Can you sort them again?
Oh yes, I can.
Okay. I think that is it. There's let's see. Jess Henson, P4M. Can we get another day of contest during the week? Content during the week. Content. Well, I didn't put my glasses on.
You know what? I think that's such a great question. I tell you, I think right now I am struggling to keep up with everything that I have, with all the other assignments and duties and obligations that we have. I will definitely give it my try, but I think that we're kind of pushing the limit as much as we can go that route. So, but you never know. I'll sneak one in every once in a while.
He does work hard at it, so he does spend a lot of hours out here. I watch him doing all kinds of things. Our routine in the morning is that he gets up at dark 30, whichever version that is, whether it's 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Once in a while I get up before him, not very often. But me and the dogs, we come look for him. He's either in the garage or he's in his office, working on editing some kind of content. So he is at it quite a bit. So maybe he'll get more eventually. Maybe he'll retire. Maybe I'll actually let him not have a real job. We'll see. But I don't know. It works for us for now. This is the only one I did not read.
All right.
So
chicken fried steak, 3669 says, "Is Jesse Dogs your real name?" And so he says, "I kid, Jess. Congrats, my friend." And so, man, I got to tell you, chicken fried steak. I don't know your real name, incidentally, but that's okay. I thoroughly enjoy when you comment on the videos. You just crack me up. In fact, I've told her that so many times, and so I love it. Your enthusiasm matches exactly what I'm trying to portray on the channel here. So thank you very much for that. And so the question is Jesse Dog's my real name? Actually, it is. So they call me Jesse the Dog Man like crazy all the time. Not really, but
I'm like, who does that?
nobody does.
Like,
But except for you, and I love it. And so thank you very much for that. Yeah, so people just call me Jesse, I guess. And
yeah.
so,
And believe me, he reads me your comments. So
yeah.
again, I'm sorry, guys. I don't really listen to him, but he likes to talk and I'm there. So
But anyways, other than that, and then I won't repeat the bad names that she calls me because of whatever I'm in trouble for.
that was only about 6 times in 35 years. So you should be okay.
All right. The last question that did not show up on here that I remember that and how you started off this video, people were curious when I did that. One of the largest tool hauls that YouTube has ever seen. Remember that series? That was actually a series, right? I think it was like 5 or 6 videos. And so the question that kept on coming up was, what does your wife say about that? What did she say when you spent $4,500 on that tool haul and packed up your front garage and this garage? And so that was a question they were curious about with you. So what were your thoughts from the very beginning and even now?
You have to understand, I've been married to this man for a long time and we've been through a lot of obsessions. I think that I was his first obsession that I'm aware of. So here's where I am. We've had, racing his motorcycle, racing his truck, playing pool, playing video games, his career. We've went through a lot of obsessions over the years and I've learned to roll with him. So when he said, hey, I think I'm going to make this lady a deal, and take the rest of these tools, I'm just like thinking, okay, do we have to keep them all? Do we really have to keep them all? Because, he gets stuff and he doesn't want to go. I mean, the garage is full. I was a little bit worried about that. I didn't really care, honestly, if it makes him happy. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I mean, he takes really good care of me. We take good care of each other. I lack nothing. I have everything my heart desires. So really, it doesn't matter to me. If it makes Jesse happy, I'm game with it. The only thing that I had is that, did he tell you we had a garage sale? A tool sale?
I think I brought that up in a video.
Did you tell him that you left me there to negotiate? And people would stop by, friends. They're like, hey, Jesse, just like, oh, let me show you what else I got. And he would take off and leave me.
Well, it's
leave
not
me
like I
sitting
went to
there.
Quick Trip or went out to eat or anything. I was in the back garage
He
making deals.
He would disappear. He wasn't making deals. He was showing people his stuff. So you know what happens? People say, hey, I give you $5 for this. I'm like, sure, I'll take it. I didn't care. I mean, he wasn't there. I'm like, here, hurry up and get into your car. He won't even miss it. Give me your $5 and go.
But baby, you can't sell table saws and chop saws for $5.
There's a few things I sold pretty cheap.
I know you did.
But you know what?
I couldn't complain because I wasn't there.
So I let it go. I mean, my goodness. So honestly, it is with this whole thing, as long as it makes Jesse happy and it gives him a hobby, it as long as it doesn't rob me of any time or anything I need, I'm good. Every once in a while I feel like a little bit of a garage widow, but it's all right, He shows up when it matters. So.
Well, first of all, thank you for being such an awesome wife. I love you to death. You know that. And she is exactly right. She didn't, we talked about, because it's finances, right? And so you do that with your spouse, I'm sure. So we talked about the dollar ahead of time, what we thought we would offer. And she was good with it all the way through. Incidentally, if you didn't watch that series of videos, you should go back and watch that. It's pretty good. But we spent $4,500. Remember, we had the garage sale the first 2 days, or we only did it 2 days. So the first day we did $4,500, got our money back instantly there. And that was just all the extra stuff that wasn't even name brand tool related, like the Craftsman and SK or any of those tools. It was just everything else that was there.
It was the junk.
Yeah, it was the least favorite of ours or mine. And so the next day we did $2,000 more. So we did $6,500 total. And so there was a question, incidentally, on somewhere on our channel. I forget the gentleman's name, but anyways, he said, "Hey Jesse, I have to wonder, are you really a collector or do you sell tools?" And so that's a great question. I think I answered it in the comments, but just so everybody knows, I don't really sell tools. The only tools that I do sell are what is left over from that one of the largest tool hauls that YouTube's ever seen. Those are the tools that we've been listing and selling, either on Facebook or on eBay, something like that. But 100%, any of the other tools that I brought home from my hunts or any of the tools that you dear friends have sent in, zero have been sold that way.
And I can attest to that because he brings something home or you guys send it and I'm like, what are you gonna do with it? He's like, well, it's a treasure. I have to keep it. So, oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. I mean, he has multiple of stuff. I'm like, dude, you really need that? It's his treasures and that's his collection. So it stays.
You're my greatest treasure, incidentally. So anyways, so that's what we have. So anyways, on eBay and locally, so we're up to, we just officially doubled our money. So we spent $4,500. We got $9,000 so far in revenue. I filled up everything in the toolboxes that I wanted to keep out of that haul, and I still got probably 2.5 baker's racks worth of tools that I need to sell. And so some of them are listed, most of them are not. But that kind of brings up another subject that we'll tackle later on. So I kind of have an idea for you, but we'll dive into that at another video. But anyways, so there you go. So thank you so much for being understanding.
You're welcome. And believe me, all that extra money that he's made, he's spending it on more tools. So there's more tools, more tools, more tools.
Well, you
more
know what?
tools.
The good news is it's funding itself at this point.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, if you say so. I'm not keeping track. It's just too much.
All right.
Too silly.
Well, there we go. I thought you might get a kick out of meeting Amy. And so I hope we answered your questions. Thank you so much for going through and offering those questions up at the last minute. And so we hope you got a kick out of the answers as well. And then we'll kind of go from there. So I think we'll cut it right here and we'll be back here in just a moment. So we'll let Amy go.
All right, bye. It's nice to meet y'all. I might be the unicorn. This may be the one and only time you see me. So take care.
Well, thank you for being a guest on the show.
Thanks for supporting Jesse.
First of all, but I will say, don't try to hijack my show again. All right, we're out. See you guys later.
Bye.
Okay, and I'm back. All right. By the way, did you notice the camera is a little bit further away? You can see more of me now. So, but anyways, so I hope you enjoyed that session with Amy and the question and answer portion of it there. So if you did, please put some comments below. We would love to hear that. And so that would just make our day. So love that. Okay, it's getting kind of dark over here because right now as I'm recording this video, it's 4:52. So it's getting ready to be dark. So one of the comments that or subject of a comment that I keep hearing is, Jesse, you're going to need to build another garage, or Jesse, you're going to have to get another toolbox. And so I've noticed that over and over, and you are so right. And so before I show you what's inside the garage here, because that was another comment, you guys would like an updated garage tour to see how the collection has grown. Well, I've been working on that. And so the place is a mess right now. But nevertheless, I'm not going to clean it. I'm just going to show you. And so you're just going to have to like it, by the way. But let's go back to, I'm running out of space. So I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to go show you the project that I've been working on. Now, remember, I said, hey, we're getting ready to do this garage remodel. Well, man, we've been fluctuating plans like crazy. And I wanted to kind of show you and kind of get you involved and kind of paint the vision of where we're going. Are you ready? Let me get the camera turned around and let me go show you what we've been up to. All right, here we go. Okay, so we are back. Now we're back and actually we are outside. And so one of the things I wanted to show you was our shop that we've been working on. We've been trying to build out this shop here, and so this is a new garage for us that's sitting on the side of my property. And so as I'm coming through and looking at this, you might notice that we have a couple garage doors there, a couple windows, a door, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, this garage that we built is 40 by 60, I believe. And so this is where I am planning, or was planning, to kind of move my wood shop, but that's kind of got nixed. And so I'm going to show you what we're going to do now and kind of give you an idea of the plans that way. So let's go ahead and walk up to the shop and unlock it, and I'll take you inside. And let's take a look and see what our plan is going to be. So it's still under construction. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff going on here. They're getting ready to pour a basement for us on a house that we're getting ready to build. And so that's coming on the property next. And so we're waiting on electricity, which is kind of my holdup here that we've had. But as I walk in the door, this is kind of what we're seeing. In fact, let me open up this garage door. Let me pause for just a moment so we can get some more light in here. Okay, so we are back. And so I'm standing here at the front door. And so as we're looking in, you can see we got some framing going on in here. So we'll start off over here in this corner first. So we just got this little corner space right before the stairs. And so when we go up, you can see that there's a whole upstairs there where that's going to be Amy's play area. So down here is where we will reside as Jesse's garage, but upstairs is where she's going to set up her quilting machine, her sewing stuff, and go from there. And so here's the dream. Here's the thought. The thought is, because I've been telling you guys, we're working on a project about the garage remodel. Well, I think I was going to remodel my garage, but I think we're going to take this over. And my big dream is to make this a tool museum or a tool display room, an area that I can show you, dear friends that have contributed to the channel, honor by setting up toolboxes of brands that you have contributed. And then, to show the brands themselves honor, and to show people, listen, we have some great manufacturers these days. Snap-on's still around, other brands are still around, but where did they get their start at? And how did they grow based on other technologies that were around at that time? And man, that's my big dream. I'm going to turn this whole place into nothing but a tool showroom. And so you might see over here, we got this empty wall. Of course, that could be a display area, maybe 2 or 3 different types of toolboxes that could be displayed there. And then we can hang some stuff up towards the ceiling. We got the bathroom that's right over here, and we got the staircase. Of course, that's some storage, and then the bathroom's this way. But over here, we got more area that we could actually set up another display. And so how cool would that be, right? Back here, incidentally, is where we're going to be shooting. That's going to be the backdrop to our video area. And so hopefully we'll have more room where we can get more of the, get me in the picture, get more of the background in the picture, and really do some nice things there. And then, of course, we got all of this area. We can do several different brands over here in this area. Of course, we're going to have a couple doors over here that'll kind of close this off. And then you got more display area there. You got space between the windows, the space on that side. And just like we talked about, space over there. So that's kind of my thought that way. And so what do you think about that? And so is that something that's kind of good? You hate the idea? You like the idea? So give me some feedback. Put it in the comments below, please. I would love to be able to see what you guys think about this. And so this is our shop. Now, remember I told you that we built this upstairs. Now, this whole upstairs was an afterthought. We didn't think about doing it from the very beginning. Otherwise, we would have done a few things different. But nevertheless, we can't do anything about that. We have to just go through and try to see how we can make it all work. So upstairs is going to be Amy's playroom. Now, you might notice these stairs, they're really wide. They're 5 foot wide. Man, how nice is that, right? And so we got all kinds of room to kind of come up. And so we built this little mezzanine up here. And so as we get going, you'll notice that the joists are sitting pretty low. That was what I mean. This is kind of an afterthought. We didn't think we were going to install this, but as we got going, I think Amy's thought, well, that's not fair. You're going to have a whole playroom and you're not even going to let me have a playroom? I don't think so. And so this is the best we could come up with. And so, but for her, she is plumb happy. She's a short gal. She's never going to hit her head there. So we're not going to put the ceiling right here. It's actually going to go up there. So it's going to look bigger by the time we get done with it anyways. But anyways, we got that back wall already framed in. This thing is super solid. So it's been engineered to not bounce or anything else like that. So she's going to have this whole area to herself. Now, Amy, she does some awesome quilting, and I got to tell you, she's the bomb at it. So I'm really excited to be able to build this out for her. She teases me about not using tools, but check that out. So in fact, that was that chop saw that she was giving me a hard time about. So we've been cutting up wood and we've been kind of framing up a little bit and trying to do some of those kinds of things. Let's see here, from an aerial point of view, before it gets too much darker, you can see this is from the inside looking out. You see my truck, we got my tractor, I got a mower, scissor lift, I got some storage down here, got some racks of storage right over there. So this is all going to get finished out as well. And incidentally, the whole building is going to be heated and cooled. And so we'll frame and insulate all of this. It's already got a little bit of insulation on the outside, but and this is just a pole barn, by the way. That's all we built. And so, but we're going to heat it and cool it, and so we'll be able to enjoy ourselves and have fun out here. But anyways, this is kind of back in that back corner, just looking around for Amy's shop. But what do you think about that? I mean, it's kind of cool, right? And so, you know, would we do it different if we had it planned out or had these thoughts in our head? Yeah. But you know what? That's what I love about my wife, is that she will make anything work. And so she's just plumb happy. Love that. All right, so we're going back downstairs. So again, that's my big dream. So when we've been talking about doing a garage remodel, I think we switch gears. This is going to be what we're going to finish out and make our tool room display. What do you think? Put that in your comments below. Let me end the video right here just so we don't have to keep it going. And then I'll see you back in the garage. Be back. All right. You got a little bit of a glimpse of what the dream is, what the goal is, and what we're working towards, because you are so right. We're busting at the seams. So I'm going to show you what that consists of, what that looks like right now. So we'll start off over here. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an overview, and you'll be able to see. I don't have everything all organized, and again, I didn't clean up, and so hopefully you'll enjoy it anyways and kind of go from there. You have some thoughts, put it in the comment. If you have some thoughts of what we can do over there, something that we can do to show the brands and you, dear friends, honor over there, I'm all open for ideas. I got some really good ones in my head. I think we're going to try to make something like that happen, but make sure you participate. Put it in there. All right, so let me get the camera turned around and let me show you what we have going on over here. Okay, so as we get going, a couple different things I wanted to show you here. Remember those tools that we got from that tool haul? Here we go. Those are our 3 baker's racks. You can see one rack is gone, 2 racks gone, that one's empty. Actually 3 racks right there are pretty much empty. These other shelves are thinning out, but I still got a ton of inventory left. And remember, we bought it for $4,500, and then we went through and have sold and done $9,000 so far. So we still got a little bit of dollar coming in. It's kind of slow going. I haven't had a garage sale, so I've just been doing it just by word of mouth and just on eBay and a few little Facebook ads, and that's it. So over here, incidentally, these are the boxes that we have. These are the ads that I have on eBay right now. So those are ready to go. Those are listed, and in fact, we sold a couple today. So those will go through and be done there. Check this out. So I think you might get a kick out of this one here. So this is a proto toolbox. So it's a proto top. And so, man, what do you think about that? Did you see that logo there? And so, man, is that pretty or what, right? And so I love that, man. So this came up at an auction. I wasn't able to go to it, but a guy I know, Kevin, he actually was going to that auction, and he asked me if I was interested in anything. I said, man, I would love to have this box because I got so much proto, it's not even funny. And so he got it for me for $65. Man, what do you think about that? That's killer, right? And so I love that. So I've been cleaning it up a little bit. And so that'll be how some of our older proto tools. So we're going to have that coming up here. Then, of course, how things have changed. Here's my backdrop now. And so back up there, those are some of the boxes, toolboxes we got from that big garage buyout. And so here's what it looks like here. That's what I'm saying, guys. I got tools laying around everywhere, right? So there's that. Remember, we got all of that Kennedy. So here's our 3 toolboxes that we have in regards to that. And so that is lining the backdrop. Of course, this is part of that collection from that tool haul, which are those cool Craftsman. And it goes all the way from the smallest one, which is the 4, the 6, the 8, the 10, the 12, and the 15. And so, man, that's cool. Got some of those quick wrenches. Remember that that screwdriver challenge that we entered, and so there's that. We got some professional Craftsman professional boxes there, and then I'm going to get to some of this stuff later on. But then, of course, if I zoom back out, those are some of the. I kind of took the opportunity to put the Kennedy in this area right here, and so. And this is not even all the Kennedy boxes. Those are just some of the ones that I kept here. So if I come back around and I look at the south wall, this has changed, right? And so one of the things you'll notice, now if you remember, you probably, it's been a while, but I had that bottom box, right? I bought it for $40. Well, I was at a neighbor's garage sale from Larry, and Larry had this top box, and he had this middle box, and so he gave it to me for $100 for those 2 boxes. Well, man, I needed the storage like crazy. And so that's pretty cool. As I go through and look at what's in this, I only got some of the stuff inside here. So I took our Sears drawer because it was jam-packed. I took our Sears drawer and I start filling this top box. And so those are some of the items that are in that bottom drawer there. If we come back out, we see that we got wrenches of all the different ones I've collected, some of the ones you guys have sent over. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here, this next one. I got some pipe wrenches. Oh, and remember we got this companion socket set. I think Steve sent that over, as well as some other goodies. I got some ratchets that are happening there. And so nothing in this one. And I forget, oh yeah, just some miscellaneous screwdrivers and some other hex socket set there. Remember, we got that from that tool haul. So a very unique set of Sears locking pliers that are there. So that's kind of cool. This one here has some other miscellaneous pliers. And then this one here had some other older companion and also the hex socket set and such like that. And then I don't have anything, I don't think, oh I do actually, I do have some miscellaneous sockets and different things like that. I forgot that I even put that up there. But anyways, so that is one thing that has changed that way, right? And so you have to excuse the boxes here. So that's going to come up on a video probably next week of a tool haul that we did. It was an auction buy. But anyways, this one here, you may have remembered that we got that from that, that tool haul. And so let me pause this or put it right there. If we open this up right here, now remember that has that lid that opens up just like that. And so this is the concept. This is kind of what I'm trying to do inside this this area next door, right? And so I want to create a tool display. Now this particular box, I've kind of been playing around with some different setups here. Remember that tin that we had here? Remember the jack? Remember some of these other ones? New old stock is kind of what I'm kind of hoping that I could kind of put in this area here, right? And so that has changed because remember the last time you seen it, it was just empty. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here inside the drawers. Let's see if we can get a quick little tour. Just some unique items as well. So some Craftsman professional screwdrivers. Remember we got these, the whole set for $10 at an estate sale, that ratcheting Craftsman polished stubby set. And so that's kind of cool, right? And just some miscellaneous things. Oh, let's see here, KD, the tool guy, he sent us over those Craftsman screwdrivers that are there. So anyways, just some neat things like that. The second drawer, and so have a bunch of Craftsman professional wrenches, both SAE and some metric on this side. And so you see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a display of sorts that could really be kind of killer that way. And so these are all the black handle pliers that I kept out of that haul. Still, I've been selling a ton of them, and I still got a ton more I need to let go of. But there's that. And then as we go through, we got some other miscellaneous items down here. And incidentally, KD Tool Guy, I believe is who it was. Remember I put this mag light, but here's what I failed to do. Check that out. It's a Matco branded mag light. So, man, I didn't even notice that until when I was putting it away, that it actually says Matco Tools on it. How cool is that? Man, that's awesome. So thank you very much for that again. John, appreciate you that way. This bottom drawer just has some of the other stuff. I think Steve Mitchell sent over some of this other stuff here. Got some of those hammers that are new old stock stuff. So anyways, that has that is a change from the last time that you've seen it there, right? And so that's one change. As we get going, guys, I got tools everywhere, man, crazy. But anyways, as we get going, I still have more tools this way. This has all pretty much stayed the same. We'll give more of an in-depth toolbox tour, I believe. But you know, our SK drawer, if you're curious what this looked like, it wasn't nearly this full. So that has changed. That's one of the things that way. And then it kind of bled over into a second drawer because it was only this one and it was only partially full. So it kind of bled over into this drawer, a bunch of sockets and such like that. And then some other miscellaneous brands that we have there. But maybe this is probably one of the biggest changes here. And so check that out. You remember that plum box? Oh, my goodness. That plum box, I love this thing. In fact, I think I got it for like 60 or 65 bucks from a friend that had it for sale here. So I finally, just yesterday, kind of, you know, wiped it all down and then stocked it. And so just to give you an idea how our plum collection has grown. And so let's see if I can get the camera back here. So you can see we got a couple pebble handles back there. We got a couple knurled handles back there. We got all of these sockets that are sitting right at the top tray that folds out with the lid of the box. I know, in fact, I posted a picture of this on the Plum Enthusiasts Facebook group. And the guy says, hey, those magnetic rails didn't come with that. I know it. And so, but anyways, I just was I'm playing around. I'm trying to see how I can display everything. So there's that. Oops, sorry about that. Knocked over some tools. But on the bottom side, that's my 3/4 inch ratchet. It's missing a screw. I still haven't went and found it yet. But anyways, you guys have contributed by sockets, by those speeder wrenches. Remember that 5/8 inch drive socket over there? But look at all of these from that Plum video that we did. All of these 3/4 inch sockets. Man, that's nice, right? And so that was that's another find. Sorry, I'm kind of moving around, but that's what you get when I'm holding it with my hand here. And so remember on this one here, we have this little tiny drawer. And so here's what I have decided to put here. That little plumb key, got some plumb feeler gauges, that ignition pliers, a couple of key chisels that are there. I believe maybe I'm not calling that right, but I think I am. But anyway, so as we get going, the other thing we have in here are some ratchets and some T-bars and breaker bars. Here's all my little 1/4 inch and 9/32 inch pieces that are going to be in this area here. And then as we get going down here, I have my 1/2 inch stuff. And so these are some breaker bars and such like that, extensions and such. But anyways, that's taken up that second drawer there. So this is a major change compared to what you've seen last time, because the last time you've seen that, I had some of the pieces inside this drawer here. So these are the wrenches. And so yesterday I kind of took everything out, been piecing it into this toolbox, but this thing was just jam-packed. All of that stuff was in here. So now my goal is the next time you're going to see this box, all the wrenches are going to be laid out real nice and neat on these little organizers, wrench holders. So I'm going to set this all up really pretty that way, and then kind of keep on building out this set. So anyways, that's probably a pretty major change that we've had since the last time you were here. So let's see here. Future project I've been trying to work on. Well, I guess here's a couple other ones. This drawer here, this is our Proto toolbox, our Proto Professional toolbox that we have. And so, but one of the things that you're kind of wondering how the collection has grown. And so just a quick little tour. Here's what that top little drawer looks like. And so a bunch of chisels, screwdrivers. Here's our Challenger drawer. That has grown a ton. So this thing's just about maxed out. And so another reason why we needed that other Proto toolbox. And so we got another little old box in the same type of flying lady that's on that. Man, that's cool, isn't it? So I love that. And then as we get going over here, remember, if you don't remember this, this is our Proto Professional drawer. So everything inside here is Proto Professional. And so we got ratchets and wrenches that mainly reside in this drawer. And then as we come down with the next drawer, so this is our Proto or Challenger by Proto drawer. And so we're kind of doing these little collections, right? And so, man, how nice is that, right? So, man, the more I kind of see this Proto stuff, I'm really falling in love. So this is the deepest drawer. We got that 3/4 inch set. We got this ratchet over here. We got a bunch of other sockets. So this is all Proto Professional and Proto Los Angeles. That's what exists or lives in this drawer here. So my goodness, there's all kinds of goodies. Remember, so kind of this one here, I think says, yeah, Proto Los Angeles. So that's kind of cool. But remember those special ratchets that we got, like this one here. Man, how cool is that, right? Man, that is sweet. And so we got some goodies like that. So that's kind of added onto the drawer. As we come down here, this is our screwdriver drawer, and we see that this has grown over here. I've been keeping some of these other screwdrivers that I've been kind of collecting along the way. Haven't cleaned them up at all, but this is just kind of what's residing here. We got some other Proto screwdrivers this way. A little scraper over here on this side. That's cool, right? So there's that one. This drawer is pliers, all by Proto. And so everything inside here is Proto that way. So that's neat. So love that. Our third box, third drawer on the bottom box here. So this is some Proto wrenches, just plain Proto, I believe, on this drawer here. And so that's kind of cool. Our last one is the Challenger Proto that way. And so that's what we have in this box there. All right, so there's that change. And then, of course, remember in that tool haul, we got this, or actually, no, I traded a friend of mine for something. I forgot what it was. And he gave me this box. And so, man, that's kind of cool. I got this wood box sitting on top of it right now. And I don't really have anything in it except for this bottom drawer. And so this bottom drawer is where I'm housing some 3/4 inch Craftsman. And so I got some 3/4 inch Craftsman metric, I believe. Yeah, metric on this side. So I got a whole set of metric sockets over here, 3/4 inch. And I got over here, let's see here, this is single line V. So I got that set going on in that area there. Of course, we got a ratchet and such like that over here. I don't got anything in these drawers at all. So that would be something there. We'll come back to that project in just a moment. I picked up some oil cans. Incidentally, I was at a garage sale. A gentleman had these 10-gallon oil cans sitting right there. I said, hey, how much you want for those oil cans? And he said, how about $5 each? And I said, heck yeah, let's do that. And so, so I took them all. And so, man, but don't they look good? Man, so that's gonna be in. I'm getting some decor for our new garage build over there. Notice, remember that Craftsman? Remember I shot that video. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you get stomped to the ground. Well, I finally got it out, laid it over, and so I can assess the damage and kind of figure out a game plan what I'm going to do. I think I got it. And so just to give you a little bit of a teaser, I was out at an estate sale yesterday. Check out what I found. It was sitting on a top shelf, wasn't even priced. It's a hood ornament for a 55 Chevy. A 55 Chevy. And so I asked the lady, I said, well, how much you want for that doggone thing? And she goes, well, I don't know. What do you tell me? I said, well, I can't sell it for you. You got to tell me what you want for it. And so she wouldn't give me a price. And I said, $3? And she goes, sold. And I said, heck yeah. So here's my thought. My thought is, let's see if I can even do this. I don't even know if I can do it. But my thought is, I'm going to make a 55 Chevy themed snap-on toolbox. What do you think about that? And I'm going to take my emblem here, and when I get this fixed up, I'm going to mount it right at the top somewhere. I'm going to build me this custom top because if you remember, this thing's been chopped up a little bit, right? But I want to mount this hood emblem right on the top of that toolbox. And it's going to be the color, and my theme is going to be a 55 Chevy snap-on toolbox. What do you think about that? You think I'm cuckoo? I don't blame you. I think I'm cuckoo as well. All right. And then the last thing I'll show you here is, remember we got this box here, but that was one of the other boxes we got from that tool haul. So there you go. So starting to piece it all together. I haven't cleaned anything up here at all, but we're starting to get the pieces that we need in order for us to make our dream come true. All right, so there you go. The only other things, I guess, if you're scanning around that may have changed since the last time you've seen it, is I got this Volt. I call it a Volt. It's not really a Volt. It's a filing. It's a big old heavy-duty file cabinet. This thing is heavy, but you'll notice this is where I'm housing some of my extras. So we got these different brands. So one of the ladies went through and came over here and helped me get organized. So you can see some of the different brands as I'm kind of moving down the road here. And so whenever I get something that I don't have in a drawer, we're just going through and putting them in here. And so, and this thing is a beast. It weighs a ton. And so as we go through and open it up, like for instance, this one is Craftsman, Crescent, Channel Lock, Companion, Dayton, and Duralast. And so this is just some extra stuff that we have in that area there, right? So this is some Fairmount, and whatever else is here. Her brand and Husky and Gamble's, I think, is what's in here. And then we got some Crowder going on, some Craftsman, some Electrolyte, some Kale. So anyways, where do I put it? Well, this is where I put it. And so I don't know what else to do with it at that point. And so because we're doing on eBay, we go through and we have a little shipping station that we have set up here with our little bubble wrap. We have our little weigh station, little printer, little our Mac computer, desktop computer that we have there. Anyways, there you go. That's kind of an overview. So this is kind of what it looks like again when you're looking at the garage, right? And so again, I did not clean it up. Don't even ask me to clean it up because I'm not in cleaning mode. So there you go. That's what we have. Oh, well, one more thing I'll show you right over here. Let me get this camera turned around. And so I had to get me a new ultrasonic cleaner. And so because the one that I bought, that last video that I did on ultrasonic cleaner gave out. And so there's a problem with the on and off switch. It gets too hot. So I'm going to do a video on this because I think I figured out a common scenario that went out. So anyways, this was the very first one that I had, right? And so I went through and kept it around, and I just use it for a dipping station for water. So when I get it out of here, I dip it over here because I don't have a sink in this garage. And so I get my stuff out of here, immediately move it over to the water and rinse it off. And then of course I dry it off and go from there. And then I still have my little ultrasonic cleaner for evaporest. Anyways, that's what you're looking at this way. Don't you love that plum, by the way? Wow, look at that thing. Is that thing gorgeous or what? Anyways, I got to stop talking. All right, let me get the camera turned around. All right, we are back. Man, what do you think about that? I know it's a crazy long video, but you know what? Your 1 year anniversary only comes around one time, right? Plus, we're trying to shake it up a little bit. We're trying to make it a little bit of fun for you guys and kind of go from there. There's a lot to take in, right? And so put your comments down below because actually on our next video, or one of these videos coming up this next week, is actually going to be where we're going to draw some winners. And we're going to draw it from the comments. It doesn't matter what your comment is. That really doesn't even matter. All we're wanting to draw from is, did you participate in the video or not? If you did, you can win something. And so keep in mind, remember we had KD Tool Guy. He went through and he sent over that 75th anniversary screwdriver set. And so that's going to be one of the things. We have that that poster. And so we're going to do that. Of course, we have these little patches. We're going to do that. We have merch, so Jesse's Garage merch. So we're going to do that. We're going to be giving away all kinds of stuff. We're going to give away a few tools as well. And so we got some, obviously I got a lot over here, so we're going to be picking out a few sets there that way. So we're going to be picking out multiple winners. And so if you feel like you want to participate and maybe try to win something, all you got to do is make a comment. The comment is, give a suggestion over there. What do you think about that? Comment is, what do you think about how the collection has grown from that little bit that we've shown you? And so what do you think about the display box over here on how we're doing the new old stock like it was originally, maybe like in the department store? What do you think about the plum? And so how do you think we should outfit the new proto box, right? And so just all kinds of stuff. You can comment anything you want to. And you can even tell me that, man, Jesse, I thought you would have been further along. I get it. And so no worries. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Anyways, that's our video that we have for you. Make sure you do that because like I said, that's the only way you're going to win something is if we draw your name out. It's your first time here. Man, hit that subscribe button. Do yourself a favor. Join the fun. We're having all kinds of fun around here that way. And then, of course, hit the like button. Tell your friends about us. We would love that. I know. Jesse, stop talking. I got to go to bed now. If you're watching it at night or if you got to go to work or whatever it is you're doing. Thank you so much for stopping by. And most of all, thank you so much for our 1 year anniversary and all the kindness and generosity you've shown that way. Oh, one more thing. Tell my wife what you thought about her. And so hopefully it's nice. You better be nice because you know me. And so she would love to hear that as well. Oh, and one more thing I forgot, by the way. And so I forgot to show you one of the beautiful gifts that I got from a dear friend of mine named Stewart. My goodness. Stewart, I got to tell you, we've known each other since I was like 16 years old. Well, check this out. Check this out. Man, Stewart made me a custom boom box. Man, look at this. He got it over at Harbor Freight, I believe is where he said he got it. He cut a hole in the top. He had this grill. He does 3D printing. And so he is building all of this stuff 3D, and he put our logo on it. Check that out. Man, is that cool or what? Now, I got to tell you, all you got to do is it automatically connects up to the phone. And you know what's killer? Is that when he brought it over and we heard it, and my goodness, this thing sounds amazing. I can't even begin to tell you. It will literally vibrate the inside of your body. And so you click on the on button and get this. You know what the Bluetooth name is? Jesse's Garage. How cool is that? I never had a Bluetooth, something named after Jesse's Garage, let alone having my logo put in it. I mean, that's killer. And anyways, you can carry it around wherever you want to. Has this big old 6x9 speaker that just hits hard. Man, hits hard. And so he did that, and then it's waterproof. And so he built it with the components inside. And get this. In fact, let's see if I can open it up so I can show you. And so when he did it, this is what he did, custom made. He put a speaker in it. He put some 8-crate foam in it. And so you see that red adapter down there? It holds an 18-volt Milwaukee battery. Well, man, I got tons of batteries. Man, I've been rocking this thing out like crazy, pushing it to the limits. And so you'll notice down there, it has some adjustments that we can do. Let's see here, treble, bass, and volume. And then you can even go through and plug in a USB to it there. In fact, I think if I remember right, let me see, it may be right there on that USB that it's there. Yeah, I believe so. Or no, wait. Right over here. I knew there was something else. So he put this little port right inside here, and get this. Man, you can charge your cell phone right there with it. Man, how cool is that? Now, I play you some music, but I don't want to get copyrighted because, well, you know, I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't want YouTube to flag me. But this thing is gorgeous. Stewart, oh, my goodness. He goes by at least everybody that knows Stewart and probably knows me. I call him Stewart. I call him Stu. I call him Studebaker because he used to have a Studebaker. I call him Stew Brew. My goodness, we go way back. Stewart, you're the bomb. I love you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. Anyways, I didn't want to forget Stewart. I didn't want to forget that. This thing is awesome. Thank you very much. And until next time, for sure this time, we'll see you on the next video.